Welcome back to the Lost Colony Space Engineers. Here we are on the Von Brothers property. Now, as we get started today, I wanted to briefly mention that although we have quite a ways to go here, I think what we'll do next is we'll probably do the Frostbite scenario. I think it's called Frostbite. It's one of the other main ones on the workshop, or not on the workshop, but on the that comes with the game, or the DLC at least. And that should be a lot of fun. It's actually a little bit more sophisticated scenario than even this is, and this is pretty good. So, and then, I don't know what we'll do after that, but it's nice to be making and editing videos again. And I really want to thank everybody who supported me. Okay, this is the Von Brothers. Now, I've broken through that one door, and all these doors are locked for some reason, but, there's nothing to stop me from grinding them down, and frankly, it gives me motors and a few other components, and I'll take it. It takes a minute with this shitty grinder that I have, but you'll have that. And once we get these doors open, we'll take a look outside. Interesting. Well, there's a ladder, and it looks like it leads down to that garage area. And there's this other door, and let's go ahead and cut through this too, I guess. That way we'll have access to these three doors all at the same time, and we'll have all the components, and yeah, and let's take a look. So obviously, excuse me, obviously we're going to be on the lookout for turrets, interior turrets. And I'm not seeing any in this room. This looks to be a refinery, so again, as I was kind of alluding to last time, or maybe 2 times ago, it would be reasonable to set up your base here at the Von Brothers if you play this on your own, because they already have a built refinery here. You have to get access to all the blocks, but it's a pretty good setup. They have a connector and a garage. I mean, you can just wheel your car up and unload your stuff right there. And looking through these grates to see if there's any interior turrets on that side, I don't see any. We're going to have to grind through this door as well. And, yeah, again, this crappy grinder takes a minute to get through things, but we'll go ahead and take these components as well. I changed my sound setup a little bit. I think it's better quality, but I think I'm worried about the levels, so hopefully I get that tweaked out correctly. Okay, and there's some parts in here, but I've got a full inventory, so I may have to make a quick run to the car. And I don't see any turrets around this corner. Being really careful, though. There's some cobalt there, and I think I remember seeing cobalt down below as well. And there's some iron over to the left, which is great. Let me take a look over here again. Actually, let's drop off our stuff real quick. I really do like one other thing about this. The building has this garage system that actually lets out into the mine, and I think that's really nice. Again, this scenario is so well developed, and I want to learn to take some of these building techniques into my own building in Space Engineers. But, and I'd recommend anybody to look at the scenarios like this one and Frostbite that they've come out with to help them improve their building skills, both static large grids and small ships and stuff. Anyway, and rovers, obviously. Here we are back at base. I skipped ahead a little bit there. So I came back for several reasons. We'll be heading back to the Von Brothers relatively soon, but I wanted to do a few things off camera. So I added this windmill and some other power, and I did some mining and added some things to our queue for parts, and I think I added a battery, but I didn't add a battery, but I'm trying to charge the batteries, and now our power situation is much better than it was, as you can see here. I apologize for the abruptness of the end of the last episode, I think I just forgot to record part of it, like coming back to the base, but we're not done with Vaughn Brothers. I basically ended where I ended the last clip. I just went back home and I didn't record it, so I started recording after I got back home and did a bunch of stuff. But anyway, with all this power now, we can recharge our fighter ship and our anything else we need to recharge more easily, and we can we're going to go ahead and use the speeder bike to fly around. Now this thing talked about before, but this is on the workshop. Now this is a great little ship. It's powered with uranium reactor, but it is basically a light mobile transport vehicle that doesn't have a lot of other frills, and I was trying to use it to get up to that antenna, and unfortunately I just completely failed there. So I'm going to need to get up to that ship before it crashes eventually. And I think the best way to do that is to use armor blocks to like make scaffolding, since we don't have a jetpack. And you know, if you ever find yourself in this situation, you want to find a place where you can put the armor blocks. And unfortunately, this build was not designed to have a... You know, a lot of these builds in this and other scenarios have a lot of half armor blocks that offset the armor block grid system. So you gotta find a place where you can kind of get it reset using the full armor blocks. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna build a scaffolding staircase here based on this block. And I think I'll use diagonals maybe. Okay. And I need to find a way to get another diagonal up there somewhere. So let's... Can I get one on the side? Yeah, because this entire thing... Okay, well I can get one there. Okay, that works. This entire thing is off, like all the surrounding blocks there, except for the one I found there, are off the center 1x1 armor. Excuse me, the 1x1 armor grid system. So, okay, let's see if I can just do this and just kind of jump up on this one. Come on. Get a little momentum here. Okay, there we go. And why can't I build that one? Nope, wait there. I think I... Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay. And that should get us pretty close to the ship at least. So this kind of thing happens. I think we've all struggled with this. At least if we're playing anything without a jetpack, we've struggled with this. And we'll get up one more, come on. This is actually a really good technique for building stairs. Nerd pulling, as it were. Now I can repair this, or at least see what it needs, and so we can just do a nice jump across here. And we need quite a bit: construction components, large tubes, and computers, and radio components. And I could just grind it down because it's really not serving a purpose. It's not active right now, and those things are fine. But the main reason I came up here was, I'll just get my ship back and see what needed to be done to repair this antenna now. I think if I came back up here with that ship, I'd be able to repair it, but I'd need to get the things in my inventory first. But let's hop back in the old mini bike here, and we'll come back to that at another time. So, heading back down here, this thing is so maneuverable, it's great. We'll go ahead and land this, and you know, I've got some uranium, but not a lot. The thing with like a uranium reactor in a ship with not a whole lot of batteries is that you're really not using it to power the batteries. You're powering the ship directly. So as long as it has uranium, you might treat uranium like fuel. But in another setting, Uranium really is thought of as logs on a fire kind of fuel rather than gasoline kind of fuel. In other words, it doesn't power something that is relying on it constantly. It powers something in general. It creates a reserve of power, and then you can use that power. So the power becomes the fuel. You convert uranium into electricity, essentially. Whereas in the vehicle, you technically do that, but because it uses it at the same rate, it's the same as if it were just fuel, like chemical fuel. So in this case, the uranium is essentially gasoline. Very important to not let it run out of uranium, because we do have a couple small batteries, but not much else other than that. So we want to be careful about that. Okay, so let's head back to the Von brothers now. And they're just right down the hill. And we'll go ahead and resume where we left off, essentially. They're down here somewhere. Yeah, okay. Took a scenic route there, but we'll descend here and we will resume where we left off. Now, I intentionally, I think I drove one of the vehicles back. I think I did. But I took this ship here so we don't have to park a land vehicle anymore. And we'll pick it right up here where we left off now. But yeah, here we are back at the Von brothers. Now, we'll go around to these doors that we grinded through, grab some things from these lockers that I think I left behind from last time, maybe, that I was over here. Oh, I got that backwards there. But just kind of double checking our steps and making sure that we got everything, and then we'll go back here where we were previously and get, I think we left some things, yeah, we left some components in that locker. Now, we peeked around here a little bit, but I don't think we got too far, and I do want to explore this area, but I'm very terrified of turrets right now, and I have the feeling that there could well be a turret or two in here, and I don't see any, but you never know. Can I get over here? There is a vehicle there that looks really cool. And there's a door, and down tunnel, okay. Well, and then there's a door here. Okay, can I go through here? Yes, I can. And there's some stairways and such. Okay, and we've got another thing there. So, you know, that little corridor reminded me so much of down below where I did get shot. So I'm very paranoid that there could be more guns in here somewhere. And in fact, you see a lot of guns on the ceiling in I was going to say in these garages. I didn't quite see where that came from, so we'll have to find that. But fortunately, I can just oh, now I'm back at base. Never mind. I think I drove that vehicle that I had. I think I drove it back to the base during the cutscene earlier. So let's just grab a generic gun so I can get back to my stuff. And let's head back there. And I'll just cut ahead. Hold on. Okay, and I'm back here coming up to the door of the Von brothers. Now, I do have a dead body that I want to grab my stuff off of. And, you know, you want to do this, it's kind of like Minecraft. I think you have a certain amount of time, and it might be 5 minutes or something like that. And there's my body location right over there, but I'm concerned that the gun that got me might be in this room here, and I'm coming at it from the opposite angle, so just looking through this glass and seeing if I can find it. Well, yep, there it is on the ceiling, okay. So let's go ahead and I'll see if I can get an angle on it here. Well, maybe there's another way around. I can certainly come down here and get this stuff, but eventually I'm going to have to destroy that gun. We'll come back to that. I think this is the best angle to shoot from. Nothing right immediately. I think it's just off to the left there, in that little divot. Yep, right there. And it... okay. Damn it. Well, at least I got a shot off, and I know exactly where to aim now. So we'll come back here in just a second. Okay, and we're back. Take 3. Should have 2 body locations now. I think I can easily grab this gun from this body, though. So I didn't feel the need to get a new one, but... let's, okay, and it shot me once, but I didn't die. So... it seems to be tracked onto me somehow, or really fast at tracking me. Can I go at it from the other side, I wonder? Here's a great... yeah, I can actually see it right there. Interesting. Can't hit it from here, but... I think maybe I can get it from behind. And... let's see if I can get an angle on it from over here. Get the lights on for better visibility. And I don't see it. I don't see it. Don't see it. Is it in between those 2 gray areas? Those 2 gray divisions there? I think it is. Let me just double check. Yeah. Yes, it is between those 2 gray things. So it's gonna be hard to get an angle. I could grind through here. But maybe I can get an angle from back here if I'm just really patient and careful. Because it doesn't seem to be able to get an angle on me is the thing. Did I get it? Was that it? I don't think that was it. It was not. It was not. Let's try this over here. So I think I hit the armor block there. And that concerns me because it might open me up for the gun to get an angle on me, which is not what I want. See if I can just get the bottom tip of it there. Did I get it? It's so hard to tell. But it does not appear that I got it. Maybe I should try over here again. Maybe I've confused it enough that I can get an angle over here now. Okay, we just about had it. If I just kind of be patient, I think I can get a couple of shots off here. Okay, and this is getting frustrating. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Got a little frustrated there, sorry. We're just going to do this way. We're just going to pop in and out, get a few angles on it. I like to wait a few seconds in between shots because it causes the gun to go back to its normal kind of patrol rather than kind of lock on to my position, I think, maybe, possibly. Seems to kind of work. Should be able to do this, but let me just get it. Yeah, okay, actually I already did. Okay, it's gone. So, should be good to go. I'm not sure if my body location is still going to be around, though. Just to be on the safe side, I'll go ahead and blow that puppy up. Okay, so my body location would be over there, but I think it disappeared. Pretty sure it's disappeared, so we are gonna not be able to grind or drill anything unless we find more tools until we are able to build more tools. So we lost a few things, but fortunately it wasn't a zone chip or something important. But this appears to be open, and we can open the garage here. Let's see what the garage holds in store for us. This is where we came from. I guess we'll grab this stone. And yeah, that's just the garage to the ship, so I might as well put a couple things in there. But I'll keep everything else. Now I need to, yeah, I've got the precision rifle on my bar, okay. Let's try to get up to the office. because it looks like there's some sort of office or overseeing area up above. So we'll try to get up there maybe. But again, hopefully I do not need... hopefully I don't need tools to get up in there. Okay, so let's check out up here. And there's a locked door. I could shoot my way through, in theory. This may take a while. And I do have quite a bit of ammo, so these doors are pretty secure as well, so I'm not sure whether this is gonna, oh, it worked, kind of. I mean, that's one way to get in. Alright, so this appears to be a executive office suite. We've got a locker here with a drill. That's good. We can replenish one of our tools there. Alright, we've got a data pad. Let's take a look at that. From Julius Vaughn to Bertram Vaughn. While evacuating the tunnels, miners detected a sinkhole. I ordered them to leave the area alone because I think we may have found an actual entrance to one of the old bunkers right here in our mine. How do you think we should proceed? Give bonus vacation to the mining crew and hire someone to help us excavate, explore the bunker. Maybe the newest hire, Alexi. He lives alone and is expendable. So this is just a report that they found that bunker that I found earlier in their mine, and they're kind of plotting to come up with a way of getting to it without arousing too much suspicion. So that's pretty cool. And going back out now, I think there was another way over here on the other direction from the door I shot through. From the stairs, yes. So we got a couple more doors over here, and this one has a crate with some scrap in it, and a couple bathrooms, looks like. Okay, so this is the bathroom. The executive office bathroom for the Vaughn brothers. Very nice. And we'll go through here. And we will... let's take a look at... yeah, there's nothing back here. Little kitchenette. Okay, we do have a locker here. Another data pad. Let's take a look at this one. Please, don't do anything stupid. Just let me handle the investigation. Vaughn brothers are far more dangerous than you think. Please don't try anything stupid, please. From Lena McKenzie to Barry McKenzie. So that's like, is that the detective, I think, who's trying to get in touch with, I don't know if it's the wife trying to get in touch with the husband or vice versa, urging the partner not to pursue the investigation because they're too dangerous. So that's an ominous warning about these Vaughn brothers here. Of course, we sort of knew that based on our interaction so far with this facility, which has been nothing but unpleasant. Okay, so that is that area, and then we've got this area that goes down, and we've got the vehicle there. And I think there was a downstairs somewhere. But here's that awesome mining vehicle. And I definitely want to grab this mining vehicle. It's got drills on the front with pistons that extend the drills out. It's pretty awesome. But I do want to kind of clear the tunnel of turrets and stuff before I start driving around a vehicle. So we'll pop down here. Nothing so far. And nothing down here so far. Again, I love the built-in armor blocks into the cave wall. It's pretty cool. Alright. Just kind of systematically moving from position to position to make sure there's no turrets. Now, I will say, just as a general observation so far, the designers of this scenario have not put, like, unfair turrets, like in the middle of nowhere where there's no way you could possibly know it was there. They usually put them in fairly predictable locations. We do have a little bit of a tunnel off this direction. I wonder where that goes. The main tunnel there with, and there's bits of cobalt, and I think there's some iron back a little ways a while ago in the ceiling and on the walls, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty safe, actually. I don't see any turrets in this tunnel. It's still kind of creepy and scary, but I don't see any turrets. I think if there's going to be a turret, it's probably going to be in one of the doorways or near a doorway, and I don't know. I'm scared, but, and there's a lot of little tunnels with a lot of minerals in this cave. I think if I were to play this scenario again, I'd probably make the Von Brothers my headquarters. Okay, that's a turret we've taken out, I think. That's what that was. And I've kind of gotten lost a little bit, but I think I'm generally... Is this where we were? Or is this down below? I don't remember, but... I'm a little turned around. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little turned around. But I feel fairly good about the lack of turrets, so that's good. Just kind of looking over the edge there to make sure there's nothing that I missed. And I think I could jump down there if I wanted to. But I wonder if there's like a ramp. That'd be better if I could find a ramp, because then I can get up and down safely. Yeah. Well, I think that... Yeah, I don't think there's any turrets in this tunnel at all. But that is the tunnels. And I think we need to find... well, first of all, I want to get this vehicle. I definitely want to drive this back to base. So... let's get this turned on. And is the handbrake on, or can I just go? Handbrake is on. Okay, now it's off. And I might as well load up on iron while I'm here. Primarily iron, I would think, is the main thing I need. Now, as you can see, this is working pretty well as it is, but there's a number 8 down there is pistons, and that would have the effect of extending those drills out. Those lights are kind of distracting. They're cool, but they're kind of distracting. Okay, that's full. That one's full. I mean, this thing doesn't hold a ton. Like, not a ton, but it holds a decent amount, but much more than I could hold. It's, you know, several, you know, 1, 2, 3, like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 trips by hand, 1 trip by this thing, you know. Much more efficient. And it'll help with not just the iron mining directly here, but also stone mining in general. So we're just going to get a bunch of iron and get this thing loaded up and probably take it back. Our full load of iron mixed with stone, and I'm just kind of backing up here and trying to get out. It's a little bit, this vehicle is now quite heavy. As you can see on the right, lower right hand side, it's what, 56,000 kilograms. So, you know, pretty heavy. I don't know what it was before I started. You can go back and look at the video, I guess. But it's it handles pretty heavily right now. Now, the safe thing to do would be to drive it back without my little flyer. But the reckless and fun thing to do would be to put my flyer attached to the roof of the vehicle and try to drive it back without destroying both. Let's power up and detach on this. And move it back just a hair so we can get the miner out. Okay. And we'll leave that on for a second. And let's get this out just a little bit further. Okay. And this should be fairly okay. I think that's stable. Okay, now let's make this nice and even and stable. Alright. And then let's attach this thing to it. Go ahead and detach. And we'll go ahead and see if I can find a place to latch onto here. And I think I can just kind of invert it here like this and come down right on the back side there. And then I should be able to, I think the safe thing to do would be to drive the miner rather than try to fly both of them back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to drive. So I think what I need to do is just be very careful. Go nice and slow. Now with the ship on top, that's another 20,000 kilos. Can this thing lift it, I wonder? I got the handbrake on just for safety, but I wonder about whether I can just fly it home. It's hard to get up there now. Almost got it. May have to come up from the top. It's a really well-designed vehicle. Definitely one that I'm gonna save in my blueprints and use as a blueprint in other missions and other games of this. Very useful vehicle. And it's not just for gathering minerals, but also for terraforming the landscape. Very useful. Okay, so here I am in this thing, and I don't think I can really get enough lift to even try that. So I think what I need to do is finish exploring this and then drive that back. So I'll probably do that, but let's check out these staircases that I missed earlier. I don't think I was down here. If I was, I didn't go through all these doors. Check this one first. Okay, so there's like machinery down here. I'm not sure. These look to be conveyors. Looks to be a module for a refinery and a refinery right above me. Go ahead and grab all this ore. You'd expect this ore to be the same as the type of metals in the cave. Okay. Well, like I said, if I were playing this over again, I'd probably base here because I could use this refinery as a refinery that's pretty well set up. Got a pipe going through here. Don't really see anything on the other side over here. Oh, well, I don't see anything back here. Okay, a little bit more scrap there. And I really do need to get through this door. Now, I've only got 130 more bullets, so I think that's enough to get through, but not by much. I could potentially drill through, but I can't grind through because I don't have a grinder on me. Hopefully this won't take too long. I should be able to get through it just like the last... Yep, there we go. And the warped metal around it creates a little circular opening kind of thing. Got a couple crates in here, so... Glad I came through. Uranium and reactor components, which is pretty cool, and a reactor control chair. So there must be a reactor or something over there. Or maybe it's just kind of simulating a control station for the refinery, but it's still pretty cool. It's good design. Alright, well, let's see if I can get through this tunnel again. Goodness. I'm in some trouble. Okay, this is not good. There we go, finally. Alright. I think I explored all the way over here. And I think that's going to do it for this little basement section. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, I checked over here. And there's nothing over here. So... And then this door, but that just goes outside, so I'm not worried about that door because I can just go outside through the other direction. I've already checked in there. Not seeing anything. we can grab that from here too, I guess. Some extra ore. So, yeah, it's a pretty good haul. Pretty good haul. Almost full inventory, so let's make our way back toward the door. I do believe that's it. I believe that's pretty much it for the Von Brothers. Very interesting stuff. We found out that they have a very extensive mining network with a refinery and a mining rover. We found out that they have a old bunker in their mine, which is pretty cool. And we're trying to get back with as much of this stuff as possible without dying or without being destroyed. So we have to go very slow and keep the vehicle very level. We're sitting on 70,000 kg of weight, so it's very difficult. So we'll slowly and faithfully track these trails. Oh boy, that was close. Let's get back on track. Sometimes the game makes this seem more extreme than it really is. Like from the cockpit viewpoint, that doesn't seem that extreme, but it seemed pretty extreme on the third-person screen. Anyway, I'm just going to keep driving until I get back to base, and we'll join you there. Okay, and just like that, we're back. Shockingly, I was able to do that without tipping. Glad to be back at base. Got a ton of good minerals and a few components. I do need to create a new set of tools. I actually think I certainly have enough materials to make tier 2 tools. I might have tier 3 as a possibility here. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, I think we have a good shot at getting those tier 3 tools once the iron clicks in over at the refinery here. And speaking of refinery, we only have a basic refinery, and we may want to think about what a full refinery would look like and how much material we need to get that going. I mean, like I said, if I were playing this again, I'd probably base at the Von Brothers, but I'm too invested in this base already, so I feel like building a refinery here is better than going over there and building everything else there, and moving all my vehicles and such. So we're going to go ahead and just build a refinery here. I'm going to move this thing here so I can dock the iron, or the mining rover, so that I can get the iron that's in there into our system to get going on that. Because we're going to need that anyway to build steel plates and such for the refinery. But let me just get this over here, and let me see if I can get on top of the flyer. And yeah, let's take a look here. Okay, so we'll just fly this over here. I love this vehicle, this ship. It's so cute. And we'll pop this down here. And let's turn this puppy off, yeah. And then we'll go over and get the miner, and we'll have to back her up into the connector. I like how it has conveyor sorters on the sides. It's pretty nice, cool touch. So yeah, so that's the Von Brothers, and we have quite a good haul from there, and I'm very excited to see what comes next. I love these tracks in the sand too. That is such a nice touch. I don't know how they did that from a programming standpoint, but it looks really good, and it's very realistic, and it sticks around for a while too, which is nice. Like, it's not just a little bit. It's like you get a pretty good. It stays around for quite a while. Like, I don't know if it's like time-based or if it's based on the creation of new tracks that overcome those tracks, but either way, it's quite a bit, and it looks so realistic, and I really appreciate that change to the game. It's really cool. Okay, so we're so close to lining this up, and it's very frustrating. Let's see here. Okay, just careful. Oh, we almost had it. Alright, let's try this again. I may want to build some like platforms to help guide these vehicles in. Okay, well, we are connected, aren't we? Yeah, we're connected. Okay, so I'll let this go. Maybe I'll throw some scrap up front to get a little jump start on the iron production items, but let's hop out and take a look at our system. I guess we'll put some of these pads in here. Okay, we need to deposit the 2500, but let's see if those tools have happened yet. And I do need to move some of these tools out of here anyway. Yeah, plenty of iron there, which is good. So, connector. Grab any of these extraneous tools real quick. Alright, that's good. And then, yeah, we did get a tier 3 welder, which is good. And we can still use a grinder and a drill. But let's put the extras in here for now. And we are running a little low on space here, so maybe I think what I'll do is I will take out all of the generic ones and just leave the tier 2, 3, 4 in this locker. Or maybe I'll just go with weapons in this locker and I'll put the tools somewhere else. Oh, I need some ammo here, hold on. That's fine, that should be more than enough. And, okay, that's fine. And then for tools, I don't know. I mean, I should probably disassemble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the tier 1, or, you know, lowest tier objects in here and disassemble all of them. And I'm going to put everything else in storage, but I think if I just get rid of all these, that would be good. And that'll give me a little extra iron too. I think they give you like a few ingots of iron each, so if we go to production tab, disassembling, and we will just click these in. They're all in the assembler inventory, so it's really easy to just click through them. And that is good, and that is that should take care of that. Now, I think I should be able to store the rest. I may want to grab the generic guns as well out of here. Alright, and I think, yeah, I've got the level 3s in here now, which is great too. So, like, I've got the tools that I want, and I will put these in my bar. So it's really nice finally in this playthrough to have level 3, or level 4, tier 4 tools, fully upgraded tools, hand tools. Character weapon, there we go. Okay. So I am much better equipped now, and this will make life a little easier, building-wise. I think oh, it's really foggy out all of a sudden. That's really cool. But I really do want to build this refinery, so I think we probably better go ahead and start that at least. I'm probably going to work on it off camera a little bit once we get going, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. I'll just go ahead and put it right there. I'm pretty sure that connects up right there. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay. So that'll work. That'll mostly in the ground here, but it'll work. Yeah, I can just access that. So we obviously need a whole bunch of steel plates. We probably have everything else we need for it on hand, but I'm gonna need like 1,000 steel plates. So let's get those going. All right, let's grab components, computers, motors, and get those in there. We need 20 large tubes, 20 metal grids. Go ahead and take those back out. Okay, 21 and okay, there they are. So we'll get those in there, and yeah, 20 metal grids. I mean, there's just so many. I'm actually going to be okay. This is actually going a lot quicker than I thought it was going to go, because I had quite a few steel plates to begin with. But yeah, let's keep going. And probably need to make a few more of those metal grids. Yeah, okay. So, hang on. Okay, I realized that I needed a little bit more material, so I'm going to go ahead and dig into the side of this hill right next to my base here, using those pistons to extend those arms out, and carefully not getting tilted here, but yeah, you can get quite a bit of material just from one little dig like that, so that should be enough to supplement what I'm doing here, I think, hopefully. Let's line this puppy up real quick, okay. There's these backup lights too, that's really cool. Come on, okay. I love how perfectly aligned the ground is to the connector there. It's really cool. But yeah, that should help out with materials, the stone there. And I've got a pretty good, you know, it's going pretty well, and get some of the steel crates. We need 3 more. There we go. Okay. And I'll make up for those by adding a few more to the production queue. I wanted to say quay. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, so we'll get those steel plates. That should be, yeah, that's enough. Okay, so we can actually finish it. There we go. Well, we have an assembler, or a refinery officially. So we have all of the major building industrial blocks connected up to our system now. We could add modules and things, but for now I'm just happy to have a full-blown refinery. So let's get our materials back in there. Did this not connect? What the fuck? Okay. Maybe I misplaced that. I thought that connected. I really did. Or maybe that... No, the assembler connects. Well, I guess I better make a few conveyors just to be on the safe side. So I'll just do a... yeah, I'll do a small steel crate. I'll do a conveyor junction and a small steel crate. That's what I'll do. So let's add these to our bar and get those built. Okay, and just like that, I've got my conveyor system in place, and we should be good to go. And I don't know what happened with the refinery there, but we went ahead and placed the conveyors in place, and we, yeah, we could still have plenty of room for modules if we want, but we should be all connected. Let me just take a peek in here. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Very productive episode. We finished the Von Brothers. Very dangerous, very fun, but we got through that. And then we've got the refinery built. So I think we're in really good shape for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Mr. Joseph, and we are playing Space Engineers: The Lost Colony. Thank you so much for watching.